If someone had said before the season that PSG and RB Liepzig would face off in a Champions League semi, you might not have believed it. After all, the Parisians haven't been at this stage for 25 years and RB Liepzig haven't been around for very long. They're far beyond anywhere they've ever been in European competition before. Here to preview this one with me, Heather Garriock and also Craig Moore as we try to pick a winner out of what should be a fascinating one in Lisbon. Heather, two sides who are riding the crest of a wave after late drama to get them through.
Yeah, they certainly are, and Leipzig played so well in terms of their possession-based. Two very different sides in terms of the style of play. PSG struggled until the end, until Mbappe come on and injected some quality. So let's see if he's going to start with an ankle injury. But Leipzig, yeah, they're such a quality side. They build up on their flanks, and I think it's going to be a tough day at the office for PSG, even though you'd expect PSG to be the favourites. But the way Leipzig performed in the last match, absolutely outstanding.
Two different teams in the sense, Maury, that one, as Heather said, is very much a unit. They don't have any really recognised superstars, Leipzig, particularly now that Timo Werner is gone, where for the other team, it's all about their superstars. Not only Neymar being so influential over the 90 minutes, but as Heather said as well, Mbappe coming on makes a huge difference.
Well, look, that proved to be the case. I mean, we know Neymar's quality and he really likes to shoulder that responsibility and thrives. I believe that Mbappe, although they will be tempted to start, Mbappe, I believe that he'll probably be used off the bench again. Angel Di Maria comes back in after suspension. The concern was obviously with the keeper, Navas. So look, you're very spot on, Rich, in terms of Leipzig being a really well organised, slick team, and PSG being a team which are really stacked with individuals that can make an impact. So it'd be interesting to see which way this particular game goes.
Well, you mentioned the goalkeeper, Keylor Navas. Could be a fascinating story if Sergio Rico starts for PSG after 12 months ago being relegated with Fulham, just after, of course, Eric Choupo-Moting was the hero popping up after he was relegated with Stoke City. So never give up in football. That's the lesson there. But Heather, I suppose the motivation's an interesting one, the mental side of this semi-final, because RB Leipzig arguably would look at this as almost a free swing in a way. This is far beyond what they might have imagined under Nagelsmann, whereas for PSG, the pressure is on them to go and win this thing now.
Yeah, most definitely. And PSG, obviously a massive club in France, and the amount of money they've spent on Mbappe and Neymar together is just ridiculous. But at the same time, I think you're the coach of Leipzig. You're certainly going to build confidence, especially amongst the squad. I just think it's important they play their own game, and they bossed the game against Atletico. And I just think that they've built confidence from that. And anything's possible.
If anything's possible, Maury, what do you see happening? What sort of football game do we get, and what kind of result are you predicting?
This is a tough one. I'm torn a little bit. I really enjoy watching Leipzig, but like all supporters of football, you can't help but being drawn to a Neymar and an Mbappe. Look, I just feel with PSG, they have unbelievable individuals. Is it going to be enough to win the competition? I'm not sure, but I think it'll be enough to get them to the final. So I'm going to go with PSG in this match.
I sense, H, that you like Leipzig.
Yeah, I certainly do. I love an underdog, and for them to make it to the final, what an amazing story that would be for football, but what an amazing story that would be for a young coach to be able to take their team and the way they play and the structure that they play with. It's so textbook, and they remind me a lot of Man City and Guardiola's style, to be honest. But it'd just be such a beautiful fairy tale.
Do they do it for you? Do they win?
Yeah, I hope they can get to the final, for sure.
All right, Heather's very much on the side of the Germans. Julian Nagelsmann, only 33 years old. The club, only 12 years old. Can they upset the might of PSG, who themselves have enormous pressure on them to not only win the semi-final, but to win the final as well? This one from Lisbon is live, like all games in the Champions League, on Optus Sport.
Enjoying our YouTube channel? Be sure to subscribe and download the Optus Sport app.